A real-life story full of drama and emotion, spanning over 3 decades, where the pain of loss meets the power of truth and remorse. This is the journey from chilling mysteries to the light of justice in the case involving Paul Apodaca, a man who hid dark secrets for more than 30 years, until a book changed everything. Let's explore the details of this story, based on reliable sources from American media, to see that justice sometimes comes late, but is never forgotten. Let's rewind to the late 1980s in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a peaceful city, suddenly plunged into horror from 3 cases of disappearance and sudden deaths of young girls. First was Althea Oakeley, a 21-year-old energetic student at the University of New Mexico. On the evening of June 22, 1988, after a minor argument with her boyfriend at a fraternity party, Althea decided to walk home alone. No one expected that to be the last time she was seen alive. Neighbors heard screams and tried to help, but all efforts were in vain. The incident was described as a sudden attack, with no clear traces leading to a suspect, leaving police at a dead end for many years. Just a few months later, in the early morning of September 9, 1988, tragedy struck again with Stella Gonzales, an innocent 13-year-old girl walking with friends. A stranger in a car blocked their path and caused the tragedy, preventing Stella from ever returning home. It was considered a random attack with no apparent motive, and once again, clues to the perpetrator seemed to vanish into the darkness. Then, on July 16, 1989, Kaitlyn Arquette, a beautiful and promising 18-year-old girl, daughter of renowned author Lois Duncan, became the 3rd victim. Kaitlyn was driving home after an ordinary evening when she was suddenly attacked, leading to her car crashing into a light pole. Witnesses described the chaotic scene, but no one could identify the culprit. This case was particularly shocking because Kaitlyn was the daughter of Lois Duncan, the author of blockbuster young adult horror novels like I Know What You Did Last Summer, published in 1973, which was adapted into a hit film. Lois Duncan spent much of her remaining life seeking the truth about her daughter's death, even writing the book Who Killed My Daughter, published in 1992, as a call for justice. These 3 cases, though close in time and location, were initially not connected. The Albuquerque Police Department, APD, investigated relentlessly, but the lack of evidence and witnesses turned them into cold cases, files pushed into the dark corners of storage. The victims' families lived in enduring pain. Kaitlyn's sister, Kerry Arquette, once shared that the tragedy not only took her sister but also destroyed our entire family, with her mother Lois Duncan spending decades pursuing the truth before passing away in 2016 without knowing the perpetrator. Everything changed on July 20, 2021, when Paul Apodaca, then 53 years old, unexpectedly walked into the University of New Mexico police office. With a face full of remorse, Apodaca confessed to being involved in all 3 cases. He had no relationship whatsoever with the victims. All seemed like random acts, but he knew key details about the crime scenes that only the perpetrator would know, allowing police to quickly verify his statements. Apodaca was no stranger to the law. Before that, he had a criminal record, including a serious confrontation with police in 2020 that led to imprisonment. It was during that time in prison that Apodaca read Who Killed My Daughter by Lois Duncan. The book, detailing a mother's painful journey to seek justice for her daughter, touched him deeply. Apodaca told investigators that he spent his entire last year in prison just crying and reflecting on what he had done. It wasn't about seeking a reduced sentence or escaping guilt, but about wanting to bring closure to those affected. The book written by the mother of one of the victims became the catalyst, pushing Apodaca to confront his dark past. After the confession, Albuquerque police swiftly reopened the files and linked the cases. Apodaca was initially charged with first-degree murder, but through a lengthy investigation and trial process, in November 2023, the court denied his request to suppress his statements. The climax came on January 25, 2024, when Apodaca, then 56, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of second-degree murder in Bernalillo County Court. He was sentenced to 62 years in prison, but would serve 45 years effectively, with the rest suspended, a verdict seen as fair to ensure he never returns to society freely. The victims' families, even via video link, had the chance to express their pain. "You didn't just kill my sister. You destroyed our family," Kerry Arquette said. While representatives for Stella Gonzales' family emphasized that justice had finally arrived, albeit late. As of 2025, the story is still remembered as a testament to perseverance. Lois Duncan, though deceased, lives on through her book, which unwittingly became the key to unlocking the truth. The latest updates from sources like Oxygen and City Desk ABQ indicate the case is closed, bringing some solace to the families, though the pain never fully fades. This story is not just about tragic losses, but also a profound lesson on remorse, the power of literature, and the pursuit of justice. It reminds us that no matter how long darkness lingers, the light of truth can still emerge. If you're captivated by real-life mysteries like this, share your thoughts below and follow for more.